energy. We all radiate heat. We all radiate energy. We all radiate heat. We all radiate energy. We all radiate heat. We all radiate energy. New York lawyers are talking about money. Kansas office workers are smoking crack. Some folks are burning the flags. They think Dixie's about to attack. The Dalai Lama's holding court in Central Park, and everybody's crying about lack. And I'm just lying here breathless in bed. Got a bag of my kind and some glass. Got my green, my dreams, and anti-aircraft flak. Got my notebook, pen, poems in a stack. Got my green, my dreams, and anti-aircraft flak. Got my notebook, pen, poems in a stack. Got my lady luck-loaded hammer back. Got that Uncle Sam by the goatee, gonna give that motherfucker a thwack. Sometimes you gotta scream to be heard in the back. Sometimes you gotta scream to be heard in the back. Train poem for the brothers. Detroit pounder done jumped the tracks. Once you're gone, no sense going back. Big black train headed for that load. Stoke that fire, boys. Shovel more coal. Elijah Boyd left town in 48. Spit goodbye, headed out that gate. Climbed aboard that last westbound freight. Drew an ace to his aces and eights. Now some say hide, boys, and some say run. And some say peace at the end of a gun. Ain't no use carrying on that way. Everyone knows you got to kneel to pray. I'll get you high, boys, get you high. Head in the clouds, feet touch the sky. Elijah Boyd's living fine, not asking why. Westbound whistle, gonna testify. Here's one for the ladies, bluegrass. Did you say you needed a plumber, baby? Well, I'm your handyman. Fix that faucet lickety-split, I'm your handyman. Give that polish the old spit shine, I'm your handyman. Handyman, handyman, I'm your do-all man. And did you say you needed a painter, baby? Well, I'm your handyman. Spread that whitewash up to the top, I'm your handyman. Give that old high gloss shine, I'm your handyman. Gonna dip my brush in turpentine, I'm your handyman. Handyman, handyman, I'm your do-all man. And did you say you needed a poor dirt farmer? Well, I'm your handyman. Sow my seed in the deep dry soil, I'm your handyman. Hoe a furrow from side to side, baby, I'm your handyman. Just wink at me and I'll be inside, baby, I'm your handyman. Handyman, handyman, I'm your do-all man. Hey, Willy Town, how you doing out there? Oh, I love you guys, man. It's so good to see you all. I hope you're feeling good. It's good to be here. Willy Town. Willy Town is not Willy Town without the citizens and the good people of Willy Town. Give yourself a cheer. Come on now. Here's a little tribal for you. Hey, let's get going. A name of speedboat flowing and rowing. Boa constrictor. Drank the blue poison water. Drank the red fire water. Needed a pat on the back. Left the hall after the last song and down the avenue. Left the hall after the last song and down the avenue. A boa constrictor. Wore his black boots. Needed a new car. A viper in the club. A mixture, a mustache. A needle-sharpened eye. A miner and a coal man. A blackened crust at the bottom of the skillet. A name, a shack on the flats waiting for the riverboat. A name not remembered from the past. Gasoline alley left to moan. Gasoline alley left to moan. Asleep at the wheel and the road underneath. A face, a name, a face. Alone in the jungle and ripe. The bird of paradise, kingfisher blue. A leopard painted spots without. A tiger painted stripes within. A needle painted red. A boat on the river, a sigh and a sparkle in her eye. A rupee, a ruby, a rupee, a ruby, when a why not is what is needed. 6'4" and 120 pounds. A jungle clay, ants asleep, a needed thing, a needful ring, a tea plant dripping dew. A bong lassie at 3 a.m., a beady butt on the street, half brown, half black. A man, a woman, and a child left to die. A name, a game, and a neon feather floating under a streetlight. A donkey scared from scorpions. An elephant mahout in the valley, green and rich. A mirrored bag in the Rajasthani desert. A mirrored bag in the desert of flame. A Rani, queen of Assam. Kuru. I am a vapor storm, a blizzard, a sunrise, a mountain, on the Deccan Plateau, a spilt stream laced with trickling snow. She is a raven, a crowbeard, earth diver, thread of black fire, truth teller, worm puller, toothpick. An octopus perched on a sutra sunbeam unknowing, a flag in the forest and a red-shoed green scooter, Rice Krispie treat sticky. Liar, trickster, coyote, and ocean churning lay. On the dune, in the desert, a wave made of sand. By the fig tree mirage with the icicles dripping, she smoke spiraled in her darkness, led my heart astray. At the back of the temple, in a ring around Bodhi, when the loudspeaker called, I got on my knees. I started on the right and moved to the left, like a tantric mudra, like a mala at play, like a triangled yani, kalchitra, and yantra done in chalk on the space where one might speak of a soul. I saw her climb in the window through the gelatin book cover. Saw it shrink and grow tight as the years wept away. If I said that her hair remained braided, I'd be lying. If I spoke of her name in Calcutta, I'd be killed. If I'd asked her to spare me, I'd just be a coward. If I would have run, I would have learned nothing, and her noose wouldn't be filled. Her Bindu is her name, repeated 1,000 times. Long lines of light waver over the lake and release a hawk from a tree filled with skulls, and they chatter and grimace and refuse again to decay. My songs fold in. It's all the same, just more words laid on top. She can cut off my head when I glance at her talaka. Watch it fall on the tiger skin. She stamps it to clay. Thank you. Seek the one in the setting sun. Seek, 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 seek. Seek the one in the setting sun. Seek, 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 seek. I used to stare at the sun. 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 Why, brothers and sisters, does the sun burn this land? Why, brothers and sisters, has every stream become sand? Why, brothers and sisters, do the trees weep brown leaves? Why, brothers and sisters, have our forests become sad? And why, brothers and sisters, do our children beg for water? Our love is like a solar flare, and solar winds fan our flames. Hold me now and let me burn up. I'll rain fire on your plains. Well, let's fall into the sun and scream our names. Let's fall into the sun and scream our names. Let's fall into the sun and scream our names. Why, brothers and sisters, does the sun burn this land? Why, brothers and sisters, has every stream become sand? Why, brothers, have our forests become sad? Why, brothers and sisters, do the trees weep brown leaves? And why, brothers and sisters, do our children beg for water? Our love is like the new sun, seen in this galaxy for the very first time. Dance with me now and let me burn up. I'll spin Saturn's rings with this rhyme. Well, let's fall into the sun and scream our names. Let's fall into the sun and scream our names. Let's fall into the sun and scream our names. Let's fall into the sun and scream our names. Maybe get rich and maybe get broke. Maybe be rich and maybe be broke. Maybe be rich and maybe be broke. Maybe be rich and maybe be broke. And he said, 2 full keys of silver powder, 6 sunken treasure chests filled with gold. Come tomorrow, when the sun rises, I'll get rich or I'll get broke. Now I blazed through Vega, then hit Antares. Alpha Centauri might call if my song sold. Well, that's all right, 'cause when the sun rises, I'll be rich or I'll be broke. Now 6 feet over and 6 feet under. I've been there before, so I ain't afraid, and damn sure that I ain't no coward. I'll get rich or I'll get broke. Now, brothers, some go long and some go short, and some just turn 360 no scope. I aim down range with both eyes open. Maybe be rich or maybe be broke. 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 Hey, you doing all right? How you feeling? Hey, raise your voices if you're feeling good. Come on now. Hey, this is Willy Town. I'm going to take you back a little bit because we got roots. So this one is called Willy Town, and it goes like this. Here's the story of the greatest rock and roll show on earth. I've seen a lot go down since my mama gave birth, but none touches Willy Town because it's got all the heart. At the end of the day, this music blows the skies apart. So I want to give a shout to some citizens of Willy Town from the poet. If I don't mention your name, it don't mean I don't know it. It's just that some are easy to rhyme and others ain't. So don't try to change me, because this ink has turned to dry paint. Hey, there's crazy Evan Lace rocking his rage face. He looks like he's dancing on a planet in outer space. And that's okay by me, dude still in the race. Been holding it down and keeping up the pace. And Samson Dice is looking real nice, smiling like $1,000,000 and always cool as ice. He's smooth as Italian silk, you better believe. Got some nugs in his pocket and a joker up each sleeve. And Ricky Rage, he was shooting the scene. I swear he had enough cameras, boy could start his own magazine. Got a GoPro on the bass and one on the guitar. I seen him last week on the highway, and he was driving a '64 Cadillac car. And dear old Otis Blevins, well, nothing rhymes with your name. Screvins, Devins, McCrevins, how about it? Wait, I got it. How about heaven? You're the glue that holds the ship together, just like bread needs to leaven. I was there when you said, why me? But now you see it's spreading. And sweet sister Mabes is double pumping the 12 gauge, keeping the boys in line just like flipping a page. When it's time to go, she's got everybody jumping, cooking a stew while drinking 2 brews, and she loves to hear that music humping. Now you can't forget old Dimebag Harold, cause he was the man with the jacket, selling all the merch and skimming bootlegs, and it ain't no racket. Got a shirt in every size, and he knows how to stack it. Those venues better watch that patron, cause he's likely to jack it. And Ralf Mowf has got the biggest heart. When it starts beating, he'll tear you apart. Kicks in the double bass drum and gives all the Willy girls a jump start. I swear that boy's turning rock beats into art. And now my brother Buddha holds the bottom in his hand. Got that Black Hills style coming straight from the Badlands. I seen him rock the Van Zant with a psychedelic headband. His beard be so oily, it give him that slap bass pimp hand. And old J-Mo, well, you know he's in the know. If you need a favor, you ain't got far to go. He shreds 64 bars while he's ripping a solo. That brother's so fast, he'll make the wind blow. So here's to the fans and friends who make it all happen. Willy Town is lit. and everybody's dabbing. The time to rage now, and you got nothing to fear. So put your horns in the air. Come on, everybody, and give yourself a cheer. Hey, lay me down on that green, green grass. I'm coming home. You see, I got stars in my eyes. I'm coming home. I've traveled far beyond these skies. I'm coming home. Lay me down on the green, green grass. I'm coming home. See, I got stars in my eyes. I'm coming home. I've traveled far beyond these skies. I'm coming home. I counted the stars of the galaxies, brothers and sisters. They number one more than the highest number. I counted the fish of the sea. They swim deeper than the lowest frequency. I counted the flowers of the earth, and the colors of the petals made me smile. I spoke to those of the universe, and they held me in their hearts. I rested under the trees, shone by the moon, and they protected my head. I held the stones shone upon by our sun, and they gave me warmth. Lay me down on the green, green grass. I'm coming home. Willy Town, do you feel the grass under your feet? Here we are, we're outside. We've traveled far beyond these skies. We're coming home. Raise your hands up. Come on, everybody. Feel that grass under your feet. We got one more set. It's Saturday night. Are you ready for a little more music, Willy Town? Come on now. One more time for the music that spins our universe and the three brothers that make it all happen. Raise your voices, everybody. It's Glostik.